Dear students, today I am going to discuss about what is water resource and what is the importance of water resource, why we have to save water resources on the earth. So that is to be discussed. Water resources. So what are the sources of water? You know it very well. Seas, rivers, oceans, lakes, they are all called as the sources of water. Why the water sources are required? Without water, human beings, animal, plants are not able to survive on the earth. Almost all human beings, animals, plants are dependent on water for their survival. So, for that reason, we have to save water on the earth. So, about three-fourths of the earth's surface is occupied by ocean. It means approximately 97.5% of the earth is covered with water. This water is highly salinity and remaining 2.5% of the water is soft. It means 97.5% of the water is not available for the domestic use for the human being. Only 2.5% of the water is soft and it is available for the human beings to use it. So that's why there is always a scarcity of soft water on the earth. Then third one, demand for water is increasing day by day because of population explosion. No doubt in the world, India is in a second place regarding population. So because of demand in the water, by increased population, water is a very necessary for all human being. Without water we cannot live on the earth. So there is a lot of demand for water resources on the earth. So in order to meet the demand of the population explosion, we have to save water resources more and more on the earth. Then fourth one is water is required for industrialization. No doubt for the development of industries, in water is the main source for the industries. Without water they cannot undertake the production work. So water is required for industrialization, urbanization. For urban people also, for domestic purpose the water is needed, and irrigation. Without irrigation, we cannot grow the food resources according to the increasing demand for the food resources. So, the water is required not only for industrialization, urbanization, and also for irrigation. Then, fifth one, according to the export report, 70% of the underground water is already polluted. What is underground water? Underground water is which is available in the depth of the sea, in the depth of the earth. So that is called underground water. Because of mining activities, 70% of the underground water is already polluted. So that water is also not available for the human being, for drinking purpose. So that's why we are facing a lot of scarcity of drinking water during the time of summer in India. Then sixth one, polluted water is also one of the reason for the scarcity of water. So when polluted water is more than clean water, then definitely it will create a problem of scarcity of water. Scarcity of water due to drought, floods, factory discharges, also water is polluted. That is also another reason for the scarcity of water. Today we are using water more than our requirement. Overutilization of water resource is also a reason for scarcity of water. We have another important problem is that we have no proper facility to store the water during the rainy season. Even though proper rain is happening, but according to the requirement we are not able to save our water in the dams. Our dam capacity are lesser than the requirement. So that's why we are not able to provide a water during the time of summer, because we have no proper facility to store the water during the rainy season. So why the water should be saved? Water should be saved for the survival of human being on the earth. So that's why we have to save water in river, lakes, and ponds, etc. So these are only available for drinking purposes. So these all about water resources and how to save water resources and why we are facing the scarcity of water in India.